Savannah and the Low Country. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, and it's the Coach CAD every Saturday morning live here from the Sound Garden at Coach's Corner. We got to thank Mr. John. Okay. I'm learning, people. I'm learning. There we go. Every Saturday morning from the Sound Garden. Hey, it's the final countdown, but really it's not the final countdown. We got another great show to you, and like I said, every Saturday morning, hey, it's all presented by Coach's Corner right here in the Sound Garden. It's the Coach Karl DeMasi, and of course, my good buddy.
How you doing, guys? This is Coach Griffin, athletic director at Calvary Day School, and once again, we've been blessed with great weather. Every Saturday, man, it is just beautiful out here, and we're great once again to be out here at Coach's Corner in the Sound Garden. And they got to open up a little soft opening back last night with some music. Yeah, they had some music back here in the Sound Garden. If you come to coaches, you'll see a green line, a yellow line, and everything's taped off now.
25-page booklet sent to John Henderson, the owner, and of course Adele Henderson. She really runs the place. No, I'm only joking, John. But anyway, 25 pages of how they have to operate their restaurant, but they're open. Hey, Coach's Corner has never shut down. Okay, there have been a lot of places that never shut down. And, I'm not blowing my bubble. As it says here, support Savannah, local business. I've gone to every place for the last 4.5 weeks that I want you to know they're open, they need your business, and they're not paying me to do this, people. I'm doing it because, hey, we got to support our local people. This show is all local all the time. I mean, I'm not going to get into – we'll get into the national stuff a little.
We dab in it.
We'll dab into it. But anyway, hey, he's got to be excited. Okay, let me set the lineup for you quick. That's right. I'm a coach. He's a coach. We always got a starting lineup. Okay. Right now, we're just going to open the AD, Chad Griffin from Calvary, and myself will go back and forth and talk about local stuff. Then in the second quarter, which is roughly about 9:15, we're going to have the Georgia High School State Association Executive Director, Dr. Robin Hines, to talk about what's happening with high school sports. You got to listen. 9:15, about 9:15. Then roughly about 9:30, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. He's not a one-time champion. He's a two-time champion out of Richmond Hill, two-time state wrestling champion, Jakeem Littles. Great story. Hey, he was in the top 8 in his freshman year. Listen and find out. And then the new ball coach.
Oh, yes.
Over at South Sea Johnson High School, one of the best basketball programs lately in the city. It's been a good program for a while. Anyway.
It's been on the map.
But Chuck Campbell, you guys know him as Coach Coach Campbell coming on. That's going to be roughly about 9:45. And then we get the 3 out the door. We'll take 3 steps out the door, roughly about 10:05. We'll probably go to about 10:15. All right, what's happening locally? All right, COVID, virus, and Savannah. Coming here today from Wilmington Island. Yeah. Okay. I mean, no exaggeration, people. Groups of people out there running. I don't know if it's not a sanctioned run. It's not, supported by anybody or presented by anybody. But groups of people out on Wilmington Island, Whitmarsh Island, coming over that bridge that connects Whitmarsh Island and Wilmington Island, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I think
bicyclists in groups too.
Oh, everywhere. I think once the shelter in place got lifted the other day, but people have just been 4 weeks of being inside, man. And here we are in May, beautiful spring weather. People are just ready to get outside. And these read articles, being outside, vitamin D, sunlight, great thing for you. So, it's Savannah spring. I mean, everybody's tired of being inside, so they're ready to go. Like I said, I ride around Daffin about every day, and so the numbers are there. People are out and about. Stirring.
Getting outside the other day, I teach at Islands High School, okay, for the senior drive-through, for them to get their caps and gowns and whatever. I'm telling you, it was great to be outside for an hour and a half. Yes, I kept my social distancing. Okay, I was about 6 feet from the other people, but just being outside in the sun for an hour and a half was great. I mean, I'm cooped up in my little, you want to call it my man den now, or I call it just my old boys' bedroom. Okay, it's about 12 by 12. From 7:30 to 3:30, I got to get out. I go out every day for an hour. At nighttime, I ride my bike. Okay, for about 20 minutes. I got me a bike. Got me a beach.
We talked about last week.
I got me a Beachcomber bike out of man. And I'm going to plug these guys because one of them happens to be one of our head officials in the Football Association, Michael Street. I pulled up there. I said, D, I need a bike. I said, I got to get a bike. She says, all right, let's go find. So we went to Target. We went to Walmart, of course, all sold out. So I said, D, I know there's a bike shop on Montgomery over there by Waters. Let's check it out. So I pull up, and who comes out? Michael Street, Kevin Street's son. And I said, I'm looking for a bike, Mike. So he pulls out the Beachcomber bike. And I said, D, I really, it's expensive. She says, you get in the bike.
Awesome,
bought me a
man.
bike,
Good
and
stuff.
it's cadet blue, which is really, it looks like teal blue, but it's cadet blue. Yeah, 20 minutes every night. I'm getting out there. I got to do something. I mean, because during a school day, we're walking, we're fixing the grass, we're in the gym, we're always doing something. Now since it started, I've been sitting in a room that's 12 by 12, and it's
Gotta get outside, man.
Got a bike, got to get outside.
Hey, big announcement.
I'm a banana. He's a banana. We had Jesse Cole on.
Man.
Hey, if you want to look at any of the previous live shows, episodes, go to YouTube Live or go to my Facebook page, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report page, and you can see the interview with Jesse. Great interview with Jesse Cole. So go ahead.
Oh, man. So, press conference the other day, they are coming back. The Coastal Plain League is coming back. Win Back League. Think about all these college players got their season cut short. Mm-hmm. How jacked up, excited they got to be to come back and play baseball. So July 1, they're going to start back, run through September, I believe, first week of September, 30 home game schedule. But part of it is they're cutting in half. Great Stadium, seats about 4,000 to 4,500 people. So we cut that. They sent out. I'm a season ticket holder as well, so they sent out kind of parameters with that. So, but man, how excited is everybody going to be? One for Savannah, and you talking about like wanting a ticket,
right?
You go from 4,000 to 2,000. That's going to be
tougher.
In-demand ticket right there. But man, great job, Jesse, and you guys for getting baseball back here in Savannah, and looking forward to that. And all those college kids had to be super excited because the Cape League was canceled.
Considered the best one in the United States. And I went up to Cape Cod last summer with my wife and two other couples, and the summer league hadn't started. It was in June, so they hadn't started yet. But we drove by one field. I mean, a small field, but the coziness. But this is where supposedly the best college players play. And didn't Tyler Batchelor play that one year for Calvary?
Yep.
So I mean, but they're done. So these kids are going to be looking to play, and it's great baseball.
Oh yes,
I'm not lying to you. I would tell you if it's horrible. Hey, when we had the Rumble in the Rink the first year, 1999, here you go. You got a New Yorker. I had a New York for 4 years. I had the Rangers and the Islanders. Oh man, it wasn't good. But I'm telling you, right now the hockey is 10 times better. The baseball, you got collegiate baseball players that are trying to make their name for themselves so they can get drafted to go to the next level. And believe it or not, they get drafted out of Coastal Plain League. Oh, yeah. So I mean, hey, it helped my friend Kevin Brown's son. Last year he played, I forgot who it was. He played for the Mudcats, wherever they're from, Fayetteville, I think. Okay, he played at Grayson Stadium 1 year. Well, we know his season was cut short, but he was batting like 400, and he attributes that to playing in the Coastal Plain League. So
at bats, man, reps.
All right. So we're excited about that. Make sure you keep on checking on the Bananas, how they're going to work it out. And hey, I got to say this: the man that is the voice of the Savannah Bananas in the stadium, the Shark, Mike Edis, will be back. And what's great about it, he was on. I sneak peek on his trivia night every night. If you want to do some music trivia, check out Savannah Bananas Trivia Night. And he's going to be in the stands this year. He's not going to be up in the crow's nest box, so he can't get the feel. He's going to be in the stands this year. I mean, Mark Edis, the Shark, in the stands. I mean,
just another level of entertainment they take it to, man. And that's what's so great about them. It is great entertainment. It's great family fun, great baseball. And so, man, July 1, that will be one of the hottest tickets to get here in Savannah. Historic Grayson Stadium. I hope they never tear that place down. We know that the minor league ball clubs don't want to play there because okay. That's fine with me. That's fine. That's fine. No minor league ballpark or team has been able to duplicate what the Bananas are doing. So, hey, they can stay where they want to. These guys here are doing what's best for Savannah, and we're super excited about it. And you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. It's the coach and the AD. All right, last one, teasing you into our next segment. When is high school sports going to start again? And I got to give this man a lot of credit. Hey, let's get Dr. Robert Hines on. I said, hey, go for it. You got the connections. You're an AD. You've been a Georgia high school rep. I'm just, back in the classroom, not an AD anymore. So, I mean, I'm excited about hearing what he has to say. Yeah, yes. He's and what I love about Dr. Hines, he is super accessible. I remember the first time he met all of us at the Georgia Athletic Directors Association conference here in Savannah. He brought his whole staff. He stood up in front of everybody. He gave out his cell number. He had his staff stand up and give out their cell numbers. It was like, hey, we're going to be transparent. We're going to be open. You want to call me, you have an issue, here's our numbers. I mean, because that's the whole deal. I think at times during previous relationships with Georgia High School, people felt like we worked for Georgia High School. Right. Georgia High School didn't work for the bodies of schools. Yeah, but Hines has been super accessible. You can call him, email him. He'll tell you, hey, you email me, I'll promise I'll get back with you in 24 hours. And he does. And he did. We emailed him last Saturday. man, he was right back Sunday morning. Hey, yeah, love to do the show. And so, man, we are super excited about having Dr. Hines on, and there he is.
He's
man.
waiting in the waiting room.
Yeah,
so we'll click him on in a couple of seconds. It's 9:11. So once again, thank you for joining in. Up next, the Georgia High School Association Executive Director, the man himself, Dr. Robin Hines, will be – sorry, Robin, not Robert, Robin Hines. I don't have my glasses on, okay? But I know it. I call him Dr. Hines, okay? So he'll be ready to answer questions that Chad and I have. Hey, there's a comment box. You want to ask a question, you want us to ask Dr. Robin Hines, we can do that. And remember, you're listening to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here in the Coach's Corner Sound Garden. That's our sponsor presenter, Coach's Corner. All right, let's get to those commercials. We got an on-read commercial. We got to thank the people who are supporting this show.
And once again, we are delighted to be here. Thank John Harrison and his whole Coach's Corner family for being here. All sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food, smoked meat still. What reasons there? Always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Right now, it's all about helping Savannah be Savannah strong. Coach is open for lunch or dinner. All right, but they just opened, soft opening back up. You can come in here. Everything's taped off. Exactly. They know what they're doing here. So come to Coach's Corner, see these guys, see John Harrison and his crew, and I'm glad to have them back open, man.
Oh, it's great. Okay. You still can place an order.
Yeah,
you want to call 912-352-2933. Give them a call. They'll have takeout, curbside service. Hey, but you can come in and eat, but it's not going to be full capacity, so you might want to do a little takeout. Okay, I got to thank I got to go to my next read. All right, at Calvary Day School, I know. Sorry, people, got to put the glasses on. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it's so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School will consider it a privilege to meet your family personally. I got to say this. I'm going to ad-lib here. He's an alumni of Calvary Day School, class 2003. He's the head ball coach, but he also wears the director of missions hat. Give him a call. You still doing virtual? Or he can come meet you?
No, you can actually start live tours on Monday.
Live tours on Monday. So give Philip Lee, the ball coach, alum, a call at 351-2299 and set up your tour of Calvary Day School. Go Cavaliers.
All right, I'm gonna take Rocky's Deli right now, man.
You got it. It's all you.
Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidway Road, right here in Savannah, Georgia. During the social distancing problem, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup. 912-354-2914. Once again, that's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Capiche? If you want
Hey, high five. You got it,
man.
Capiche.
I got it. If you want Rocky's Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com. Once again, that's savtakeout.com. The place to order. Remember, Rocky's Deli and Italian Catering. We ain't New York style. We are New York style.
The man's got it down. They're still not. You still can't go in there and eat. You got to take it out or get it delivered. So, all right, Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies. For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson has got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best price on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball, soccer, volleyball, softball, yes, and football too, every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop in their new location at 42 West Montgomery Crossroad, right there at Abercorn, Suite C in Savannah. Right now, they're not open. We'll find out when they'll reopen. I'll make sure I post it on my Facebook page. But they're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and seasonally on Saturdays. It's locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everybody is a winner.
All right. We always got to thank Dr. Bart Wetherington, Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, and now your body probably hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You want to pick something up and throw across the room? If you can. At Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and, of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and where it's cooler and pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And once again, we got to thank our sponsors, okay? It's the coach And today's show is right here on Facebook Live at the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, on YouTube Live at Karl DeMasi Sports Report, and on Twitter at KD Sports Report. And it's all presented to you today by Coach's Corner. All sports, all the time. It's all music all the time now, too, and all food, okay? But let's get to our guest, okay? Everybody's been wondering, when are we going to open the high school season? When are the kids going to be going back to practice? Schools have shut their campuses down. They're not allowed to come in. And, you know, my man right here, the AD from Calvary Day School, Chad Griffin, had a great idea last Saturday. Let's get Dr. Robin Hines on to talk about it, okay? He began his Georgia High School State Association Executive Director leadership in June of 2017. The man's done everything. He also serves as the Georgia's Commissioner for the Military Interstate Compact Council for Children, which serves to remove barriers for military-dependent children. He's a Blazer out of Valdosta State, okay? And he's got his doctorate out of Nova Southeastern University in Florida. He previously served in Houston County. I would say Houston, but we got to say Houston down here, okay? He was the principal at Northside High School, superintendent, assistant superintendent. Then he served at Jackson and Charlton counties. He's done it all. He's a local Georgia guy from Thomasville, Georgia. Joining us live now on the Coach and AD, the Executive Director, Dr. Robin Hines. Dr. Robin Hines, thanks for coming on, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
It's good to be here. How you guys doing?
Hey, it's a Saturday morning. Chad and I are having fun talking high school sports, and it's what everybody's asking, when it's going to start, how it's going to start. You had a big article in the AJC. So first of all, how are you and your staff doing up there in Thomaston? I mean, people want to hear what you have to say about sports and athletics, but how are you guys doing during this COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, we're kind of like everybody else. We're doing as much distance working as we possibly can. I go into the office 2 or 3 times a week. The finance person, Robin Billington, is there about every day. There are different people in and out and that sort of thing. But we're staying in touch, trying to stay on top of things. There's not a lot going on right now, to tell you the truth. Eligibility has kind of come to a grinding halt. We're sticking with our plans, and after the AJC article that you referenced, I think they took that off a podcast that I did with Score Atlanta. But, what I said was, I am hopeful that we will get back to it in June, but I don't know. We can't make that decision until we have the information at that time, because anything that I would say even now would be certainly speculation. And I just set off a firestorm. It was unbelievable. My email blew up. My text blew up. My phone was blowing up. So we're going back in June. No, I didn't say that. I am hopeful that we will be back in June in some capacity. And what we're trying to do is to look at all possible scenarios. I think it would be devastating for our schools and our schools' athletic departments if we don't have a football season. There's talk, in the pros and college about not having anything in the fall. But then again, I want you to think that there are some colleges saying, yeah, we're opening up in the fall just like anything else. And then there's other colleges that are saying we're not going back until January. And they both claim to be looking at data and the science and all that sort of thing. I'm telling you what it's going to end up coming down to is people are going to have to make a personal decision on what it is that they're going to do. Whether we go back in June or whether we go back next June, there's going to be that virus out there. Okay. And so, what I'm looking for specifically is for that thing to get really flattened, the curve to be really flat, and for us to consistently have less and less diagnosed cases, deaths, and all that stuff like everybody is talking about. And of course, we won't make that decision in isolation. We will listen to what our governor is saying. And of course, our governor has been kind of bullish on opening our state back up. And since that has happened, there has not been a spike in any diagnosis of the coronavirus or anything like that. So those are all positive things as we move forward. But we'll talk with listen to what the governor has to say. We'll talk with the State Board of Education. We'll talk amongst ourselves. But at the end of the day, whenever it is that we open, it's going to be up to that individual student athlete and that student athlete's family of whether they want to do that or not. Just like it will be in the fall when we have a season and we start playing, there are going to be some people nervous about coming among the crowd and those sorts of things. But you have a personal decision. Anybody can still say, I'm not doing this, or I'm not attending this, or I'm not going to workouts. And remember, all summer workouts are voluntary anyway.
Well, that leads me into this question, Dr. Hines.
So,
One, I'm digging the COVID-19.
We don't know.
I think you kind of froze there a little bit. Okay, there you go.
You back there? There you go.
All right, you were frozen in time to say, one, I'm digging the COVID-19 beard.
All right, here we go.
I'm loving the beard. So one thing I want to ask is traditionally in the past, schools have when they've ended school and they've been able to immediately start summer activities. Well, you got a lot of schools, especially public schools, that finish up this Friday. They're finishing up next week. And so a lot of people want to know, hey, Georgia high school is going to be the ones to make that decision, correct, on when we can go back to participate in summer activities. It won't be by school system. Is it going to be a blanket call by GHSA, or you guys will live it up to individual school districts?
No, I feel it has to be a blanket call. And, what we're calling the end of the school year, because the governor has closed schools for the year, is the month of May. Because we have many different schools. Many of our private schools would be ordinarily getting ready to graduate in the next week or two. But then there are others that, go up to Memorial Day and that sort of thing. So we're looking at June 1st as our date where that's concerned. But nothing about this is normal. This is unprecedented times. And, like, for instance, typically the GHSA does not monitor the summertime. We feel like that we need to step in and have a start time for us. And we would like for it to be a blanket opening, just from a sheer competitive. We don't want somebody doing something or have opportunities that somebody else doesn't have and that sort of thing. And plus, we want to, as an association, make sure that we do keep safety as our top priority and have that same standard for everybody.
And you're listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Board. It's the Coach AD with our guest on the Coach's Corner Internet Hotline, and that's Dr. Robin Hines from the Georgia High School State Association, the executive director. Okay, now being a coach, and I know I live by this, no student athlete was going to step on my field unless they have a physical. How are we going to do this with all these hospitals dealing with the COVID-19 patients and cases? How are we going to deal with physicals? Because the physicals are yearly, are through the school year. So how are we going to deal with that?
Yeah, that is a problem. And it's one that I've taken and discussed with our legal counsel. And he is recommending against waiving the pre-participation physicals. And the thing is, let's say that we waive the physicals and someone doesn't have a current physical and there's some underlying condition and something dreadful happens. A student athlete goes out and is training and has a stroke or dies or, this sort of thing. And we didn't enforce our physical policy. We'd have a hard time explaining that. So that's a problem that we're just going to have to work through. But there certainly was not any appetite, among the trustees and certainly with our legal counsel to waive that requirement.
Well, other states like North Carolina came out this week and said they weren't going, not going to mandate physicals from the for this coming year. Does that have any influence? Georgia gets to act independently, correct? Within that, so hey, North Carolina might do one thing or Florida might do one thing, but GHSA is going to act on what they feel is best. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. We are not North Carolina, and I love North Carolina, and Q Tucker is a great executive director and that sort of thing. But I'm certainly not going to say because of a convenience. I'm not going to put the association and those schools at risk in my opinion, and the legal opinion of our counsel.
And you're listening to the Georgia High School State Association. Got it right without stumbling. Dr. Robin Hines, right here on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, the coach and AD. Okay, so being from New York, I've been here for 25 years, Doctor. I'm a Southern Yankee, and we start so early. Now, up in New York, they usually don't start till after Labor Day. Is there going to be an alternate schedule or alternate plan for Georgia High School athletics as far as seasons go because of this COVID-19? And like you said, we got to flatten out the levels here all across the state. Is there an alternate plan for a new schedule, a new calendar year for you guys?
Well, first off, I couldn't tell at all that you're from New York.
I can't tell you're from Thomasville.
I'm from New York. No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, let's see. What was the question again?
An alternate schedule.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got lots of schedules in place. You know, what we hope to do and what our plan is that we're going to stay the course and we're going to have a normal season in the fall. That is what our plan is. And until the science and the data tells us otherwise, that's what we're going to do. But we do have contingency plans that will push let's just take football. Everybody's interested in football, that will even take the championship games after the first of the year, after the new year. Well, that's not what we want because, as you know, the weather starts getting kind of tough about that time. But, right. But yeah, that's what the plan is. And, we have it for every step of the way. We kind of feel like this is another thing that's on everybody's mind. How far do we go in the summer with not allowing any type of participation before it becomes a safety issue to start the season where it is? So if we get deep into July and that sort of thing, there is a possibility of contracting the season, maybe to a 7 or 8 game season, right, and pushing the championships back and all that. But that is not optimum for us. That is not what we want to do. Let me be clear. I did not say that's what we're going to do. Our plan is to stay the course as it is. And you've already heard my opinions on that. And hopefully we'll be able to do some things, even if we have to gradually work in participation so that we can ensure social distancing, making sure there's plenty of hand sanitizers around the workout areas and that sort of thing. We certainly hope that our coaches are electronically in contact with their students and student athletes and that sort of thing, but they need to see them eyeball to eyeball. We need to start working out. We need to get some sense of normalcy, because as I said, whenever we do it, if the virus is still going to be there, we just want to increase our odds and keep safety as our priority for our student athletes and those with whom they come in contact.
I got a quick question from somebody that's watching, and he happens to be one of the best athletic trainers here in Savannah, Georgia. Good friend of mine, Brian Tootin. He wants to know, we talked about, a contingency plan with the schedules. Will you have a contingency plan with physicals?
Like extending
a couple of months?
Yeah.
Not at this time, we don't.
Okay. I guess, so we talked about the calendar aspect. Traditionally, especially for football, coaches have about 15 weeks with their student athletes in preparation for the season. You start usually last of May, 1st of June, have the dead week in July, then, last 4 weeks of July, plus, 3 or 4 weeks in August before they play their first regular season game. Is that time missed plus the time we've missed since March? How much time do you feel is necessary, or have you, maybe Georgia High School has researched and talked to others, you feel like, hey, this many weeks is what we need in preparation for our student athletes, especially in football, to be prepared for the season?
Well, hopefully that coaches have been in contact, as I said, electronically with their athletes, and they have some type of workout, and hopefully those kids are doing it and they'll come in a little bit ahead than just starting from scratch. I know back in the day, back when I coached, here's the way it went. Your first day of practice, You went out there for a week in helmets, and then the second week was helmets and shoulder pads, and then you strapped it on, and you did that for 2 weeks, and then you played a game. Now, I will tell you this.
Yeah.
We have the best coaches in the nation. There's no doubt about it. I'm telling you, you go and look at our championships, and it doesn't matter from single A all the way up to the largest divisions. The only difference in Saturdays and Fridays are the size of the kid and maybe the speed, but the coaching and is just as good at the high school level as it is at the next couple of levels, in my opinion. They're going to get the job done. I think that when we get about halfway through July, it becomes a little more difficult, from a conditioning standpoint, being in hip shape. There is such a thing as that, and being able to do that safely. It's not like the pros. The pros can, they're paid to be in shape. They don't have to do all the hitting and those types of things. They're ready to go. We need a little bit more time. So we coming back after when the dead week was, and there may not be a dead week. It just that's one of the things that we don't know yet. We hope that there is. But we think we can do that, and then play the third weekend in August.
Well, Dr. Hines, Robin, thank you for coming on. We really do appreciate it. And I got to agree with you. People read too much between the lines. And I'm glad you got to clarify that June 1st start, because everybody, they're all excited. June 1st, we're going to start. But once again, we appreciate it. Coach Griffin, thank you for getting him on.
Hey, last thing I want to ask, you're a big,
yeah.
I want you to talk about your music career, your second career besides being the GHSA executive rep. Give everybody, I think people want to know a little bit more about Dr. Hines as the person. Tell us a little bit about your music background, and and as you're driving to Thompson each day, what do you listen to? What music are you listening to each and every day? Let everybody know a little bit about you, Dr. Hines.
Billy Joel.
No, not really. No, I'm a rocker. I'm a blues guy. I'm a string player, with my primary band, which I'm not doing anymore. I got tired of driving, you just drive and working for the Georgia High School Association. It makes it tough. So I stay around here, and I'm ready to go play now because I'm going stir crazy. I ain't practiced up, I can promise you, but I'm an Allman Brothers, Eric Clapton, Tom Petty, kind of guy, Muddy Waters, going back in there. I like Americana stuff. I play a little banjo, a little mandolin, dobro, that stuff as well. When I'm going to Thomaston, I like to listen to outlaw country. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Love Tyler Childers, new guy coming out, but the good old stuff, the 60s and 70s, there hadn't been a whole lot outside of the 70s that's worth listening to other than blues, in my opinion, humbly. But yeah.
Hey, I agree. I got those Statesboro Blues, a little whipping post, believe it or not, I grew up in New York, but that was my band, the Allman Brothers Band. First concert I ever went to go to was to see the Allman Brothers before Dwayne died.
Well, I'll tell you what, the last, not this past, I guess it was the last New Year's Eve, I went to see Government Mule at the Beacon in New York, and it was great. Had a great time, and they played we finished at 2:30 in the morning. It was great, but I've always done music, and I'll always do music. It's a big part of what I do, and I'm ready for. Thank goodness this shelter at home is over with, because I'm going to jam with some guys tonight, of course, with social distancing, and one of the guys' wives is going to take she's a nurse and going to infrared take our temperatures and all that stuff and make sure we're squared away, but we'll be rocking tonight.
Hey, I got a connection right here. So does Coach. We got the Sound Garden. We're not in front of the stage. Anytime you want to come and entertain the people in Savannah, let us know.
That'll be great. Maybe we'll do that one day.
They'd love to have you here.
Hopefully, man. Also, I thought about you guys could play the national anthem at the start of the football championships.
You know what? That's not going to happen.
All right, Dr. Hines, thank you for coming on. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you strum a little tonight. And once again, sweet Melissa, you got to love it.
Got to. My daughter's name Melissa. How about that?
Hey, appreciate your time, Dr. Hines. Thank you for coming on.
All right. See you guys.
Yes,
Have a good one. Stay safe.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what more can we say? We got our next guest, Jakeem, hanging out in the waiting room. Hang on, Jakeem. We got to thank our sponsors, but what a great interview. People read into between the lines is unbelievable. He did not say June 1st, we're going to definitely start, as he stressed right here on this show. I mean, so Chad, the background, the music, the Allman Brothers, the Doobie Brothers. I mean, he's into it. I'd love to see him here on the soundstage, on the Soundgarden stage.
He's been great. I've seen some of his YouTube stuff. You can find him on YouTube.
I got to go find him.
But one, I think he understands everybody is so if miss high school sports so much, and any bit of information they're crawling for. You hear that June 1. Coaches want to be with their student athletes want to be back together with us. But he also, you heard they're going to dictate when we can go back. It's not going to be individual schools. It's going to be a blanket statement. Georgia High School is going to tell us when they can go back. I'm sure there's going to be protocols, like he said. Mm-hmm. There might have to be social distancing within the stadiums when we start back. He talked about maybe a condensed season, maybe extended season. Right. I like the extended season version, Dr. Hines. I'm going to tell you, I don't think anybody wants condensed right now. The more sports, the better. I think schools would be excited about starting in September and ending in June more than making a 7-game schedule and not.
But you can see he's about the kids.
Yeah, he is. He's about the kids.
He talked about how it used to be 2 weeks we were ready to play football. There was no conditioning. And also physicals. So there's no stipulation that, of course, North Carolina did it, that we're going to do it in Georgia. You're taking a lot of, it's legality right there. Kid goes out there, he doesn't have a physical. I feel bad for the coaches that do this in this area, and they do. And I'm going to speak my piece right here, Chad. There are coaches that do that. You don't know what you're taking into your own hands. You're taking your livelihood, you're taking your savings, you're taking something really serious the wrong way. That kid must have a certified, updated physical before they step on that field, that court, the wrestling mat for the kid, the excellent wrestler waiting for us right now. Don't get me started on that, because when I was AD, that was my biggest pet peeve. How do you let a kid go out there without physical?
I think the biggest thing right now, and he's also said it, is we've been sheltered in place since March,
right?
And you hope kids have been out, you hope they've been doing stuff, but I know there's families all around here who their kids been petrified to go out, they've been petrified to get out, and so they've been in place, in air conditioning, everything else since March, and here we go to dump them into a field in July. That's a tough situation. So, hey, listen, they're going to do what's best for student athletes. Georgia High School has to be first and foremost. Sounds like we're going to have physicals somehow whenever we get back to do that as well. Great question, because I'd heard that as well, Brian, that, hey, maybe they would extend physicals through August. That way it would give people time to get back to do mass physicals as they were doing conditioning. So I'm sure there's going to be some leeway in there as well.
All right, let's get to the commercials. Great interview. You can hear it on YouTube, Facebook. You can hear it on Facebook. Karl DeMasi Sports Report, YouTube, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. All right, let's go to our sponsor. So we got that young man waiting in there. He's sitting patiently. We always go overboard, but that's what makes it all fun.
Yeah, we had to do it. You don't have so many chances with Dr. Hines.
Go ahead, take it away, coaches.
Coach's Corner, all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner here in Thotobart. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running. And it's no wonder. Sports, live music, delicious, abundant pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Right now, it's all about helping Savannah be Savannah strong. Now, they are open, dining room out here. Lines are taped off, social distancing protocols, the whole thing they can. So you can still get takeout those, still do curbside. They still have their little store in here as well, but you can come and eat in here. But if you want curbside takeout, make sure you go ahead and call 912-352-2933. Once again, it's 912-352-2933.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and spirituality. I just lost my place. Okay. Academics excellence and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, head baseball coach at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
I'm going to do Thompson's. I'm going to let you take.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Rockies. Thompson's. For half a century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's has got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. New location, 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C. Hey, we'll find out when they get to reopen. We'll let you know that. Carl posts on his Facebook page when they'll get through. Hey, but locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
Okay. Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing thing. Okay. I got to put my glasses on.
Yeah, put your glasses on, man. It's okay. It's all right.
Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. You pick it up. Kabish, they're not allowed to let you come in and eat yet. They haven't opened the dining room, so make sure you make that call. If you want them to deliver it to you, go to SavannahTakeout.com. That's SAVTakeout.com. Place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style. We are New York.
All right. So this leads us into our Athlete of the Week here, always sponsored by Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts and nobody hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something and throw across the room if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and, of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. Hey, Monday, Wednesday, Friday here in Savannah, Tuesday, Thursday at the Pooler location. So visit Dr. Bart Wellington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And it's Coach and AD. Today's show is all right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live at the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, on Twitter at KD Sports Report, and it's presented to you today by Coach's Corner, where it's all sports all the time. Okay, Coach Chuck is waiting to come in. Coach Chuck, we're about 15 minutes behind. You'll be on at 10 o'clock. So if you want to hang out and listen, it'll be great. We have not got to our next guest, which is our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. He's a 2-time Georgia High School State back-to-back wrestling champion. He's from Richmond Hill High School. I'm telling you right now, what do you want me to tell you, this kid? He wrestled up at the 195-pound weight class this year. He was 49-0, undefeated, and he had 47 falls. Pretty impressive. Littles has signed to wrestle at Life University. Yes, it's an NAI school, but you can hear why this young man is doing that. Joining us on the Coach's Corner internet stream, Jakeem Littles. Jakeem, great having you on.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome,
You guys
man.
hear me?
He's a very, very subdued guy. I can't believe that when he gets on the wrestling mat, what he does, but he's very, very laid back, very quiet. But I got to tell you right now, congratulations. I told you back, I think back in March, that I had to get you on. And, of course, all this stuff happened. But it's a pleasure having you on. Unbelievable back-to-back state champion.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Well, tell us how your family's doing and how you guys are handling this COVID-19 stay-at-home shelter thing.
My family is all together actually because we all had to come home. So it's actually been really nice. I get to see some of my brothers that I usually don't get to see throughout the year. And we get to hang out as a family, even though we're still social distancing from most of our friends. So it's pretty nice though.
Well, Jakeem, I mean, I know that's big. Family is so important. And so tell us a little about you said your brothers got to come home. So where were they at?
My brothers, usually one goes to school in Augusta. So he runs for Augusta State. And then one is in Atlanta, and he stays in Atlanta. One's from Nebraska. One works at Statesboro.
Wow.
So all of us just coming together is just really nice to have some family time.
I bet that is, man. Hey, like Coach DeMasi said, 49-0. That is just unbelievable, man. That is one of the most incredible things I could ever imagine. Two, wrestling is a very demanding, sport from a physical standpoint, mental standpoint, conditioning standpoint. People don't understand. Like, they think, 3-minute periods here or there, I can wrestle for 3 minutes. No, it is super hard. So tell us, he also said you're a very laid back guy. What's it like for you when some kids just have that switch? You go from being this very laid back, obviously you're just a well-spoken, just great young man. You can hear it in your voice, but you get on that mat. I mean, something has to click. So what is it when you step on that mat that clicks for Jakeem Littles?
It's just a different mindset. You're going into that mat just thinking, a lot of times people can go in and they are all instinct, but I'm usually a thinker when I'm wrestling. I'm thinking about what my opponent's thinking, what I should do next. And it's just putting in a different mindset of just, I'm here to wrestle, so I'm going to wrestle my hardest to win this match. I don't know.
And this all started, go ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like I just have a different mindset while wrestling.
Now, this all started in 9th grade. You finished 7th in the state. As a sophomore, you finished, let me find my notes here. Sophomore, you finished 3rd. Okay. I mean, when did you start wrestling? Did you just start in middle school, or has this been going on for a long time?
My brothers actually wrestled when I was in 6th grade, but I didn't get the chance in 7th grade because I broke my arm. So I started really in the summer from 7th to 8th grade. And ever since then, I've just been wrestling throughout school year and summer.
7th grade. I mean, was there any kind of routine that you used as a young wrestler, now as a more polished? What was your routine to make you stronger and, have all the wrestling techniques you need to succeed like you did, only losing 2 matches in the last 2 years?
A lot of it is just wrestling hard every single day on the mat, but a lot of it also is just off the mat, dieting, and then watching YouTube videos to try to improve yourself, and then also just having a clear mindset so you're not clouded while wrestling at the practice room.
Jakeem, 49-0, and a lot of times when you wrestle, you're wrestling, dual meets, tri meets, and a lot. Is there a particular opponent? I mean, you could say, maybe who you wrestled in the state finals, but you guys probably, especially in that weight class, run in the same circles constantly in wrestling. So is there an opponent that, hey, man, you look so forward to, that was just a great competitor with you, that you look forward to wrestling that person each time you came against them or that team?
Last year I had an opponent that I went 1-1 with, and that was really exciting to just wrestle him each time because I knew it was going to be a close match. This year my closest match was a major, and that was at the state finals in my very first match. So those 2 matches were my toughest matches, but I would probably say my first match, since last year he was that guy was one of the guys that I struggled with a little bit, but to see that I improved a lot more so I could major him this year was a pretty big accomplishment for me.
And you're listening to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete League, 2-time state champion from Richmond Hill High School, Jakeem Littles, going on to wrestle. He'll tell you in a couple minutes where he's headed. I want to know, okay, what was it like winning back-to-back titles? Did you ever expect this?
Going into my freshman year, I thought about hoping to start by my junior year. So definitely going to state my freshman year and placing was just a big accomplishment for me. But ever since then, I've just set goals and after goal to just meet, and becoming a junior state champ was one of those goals. So senior year was supposed to be a lot easier, which I'm happy to say it was. So that was nice.
It was easier.
Well, you talked about your, studying YouTube, and I mean, how has technology changed, our student athletes' mentality now? Like, you can get on YouTube, study, whether you're studying colleges. Is there a particular wrestler, maybe collegiate or professional, that you study because, hey, this guy is similar to me? Are you studying someone in your weight class, or are you just studying someone who's got really great technique?
My favorite wrestler to watch definitely has to be David Taylor. He's a 4-time NCAA finalist, world champion, and he just has a really nice wrestling style that I just really enjoy and like to mimic in some ways because I feel like our body matches up like pretty well. We're pretty similar. So he's probably my favorite to watch. And then, but I also like watching Kyle Dake, Jordan Burroughs, and just a bunch of different other guys just to see if I can incorporate any of their styles into my own.
So you're watching these other people, but you've had Coach Evans, a couple of coaches over there at Richmond Hill High School. Tell us about your coaches and tell us about coaches that maybe helped you outside of high school wrestling that you can contribute to your success.
Coach Evans is definitely probably the biggest influence on my success. I'm going to be honest. He's been there since 9th grade, just working with me throughout summer and taking me to camps and throughout the season, just helping me, as well as like being a father figure. We go to his house all the time because 2 of his sons were on the team. And so he's just been there for me. But also another coach that I like to thank is Coach Robert Monroe. He's my off-season coach, and he's taught me a lot throughout the seasons. He has another son. He has a son on the team, so he's also just working with us and being with us even outside of wrestling.
Well, you've had a great career so far. Go ahead, Coach.
You know, we always ask our student athletes, you know, how they've enjoyed their time at their school. You know, obviously you've been in Richmond Hill for 4 years now, and probably even before that if you've grown up in that area. So what does Richmond Hill High School mean to you? And I know it's been tough for you seniors not having some traditional things, you know, your senior year. But tell us about your experience at Richmond Hill and what you've really enjoyed about the Richmond Hill community.
Richmond Hill, it's getting up there, and it's a pretty big school now. But I feel like the wrestling program is something that really helped me because it made me have a little family in my pretty big school. But the school as a whole, it's very supportive when it comes to the higher ups. So the vice principals and principals are very supportive of student athletes. And then the teachers really want to help student athletes to be successful. So I felt like that environment really helped me grow as a person.
And I mean, great segue. You talked about Richmond Hill making you feel like part of a family. Well, how's your family helped you throughout this last 6-7 years that you've decided that you're going to concentrate and be a wrestler?
My mom, I would like to thank. She's my biggest supporter. She's always out there. She's going to state 3.5 hours away. She's going to every single tournament, trying to help me with camps and stuff. And she's just been my supporter throughout. So she's always helped me. And then my 2 brothers that are older than myself, they wrestled before me, and they were the ones that introduced me to the sport. So they're probably my second biggest help in just developing and becoming interested in the sport.
So, hey, Jakeem, you talk about obviously your success is translated to be able to wrestle at the next level. So tell us about your college choice and the why behind that.
I am going to pursue my career and wrestle at Life University in Marietta, Georgia. And I chose this school because I'm hoping to be a chiropractor when I get older, and they're one of the best chiropractic schools in the world. So it would just seem like a simple choice. It's not too far away, and then 2 of my teammates are going there. So It just seemed like a choice that made the right fit to go.
And if you need to do an internship, we got to connect you with a guy that's very good here in Savannah, Georgia, Dr. Bart Wetherington, who's a chiropractor.
We got you hooked up.
We got you hooked up.
Hey, the other thing I wanted to, that I thought you said, but I want student athletes to know and understand, you said it very plainly, and probably the most honest you can say is, I found the right fit. And I think at times student athletes get concerned about the number after the D, D1, D2, D3. They get worried about that. But yours was because, hey, this is what fit me. This is the academic track I wanted. And Jakeem, I think that is fantastic. I think more and more young student athletes seem to understand that it's about the fit. It's about the experience and what you want to go. Don't worry about how many 1s or 2s are behind that D. Just concentrate on what is the best fit for you. So, man, hey, kudos to you. Kudos to your family, your wrestling career. And, man, congratulations on everything. And best of luck at life. That's going to be fantastic. I'm glad you're making a choice to do what Jakeem wants to do and what's best for him. So, man, awesome job.
Thank you.
And to wrap this up, okay, we know that you're a fantastic wrestler. We know you're an excellent student. You're going to Life University to wrestle and become a chiropractor. Tell us something that we don't know about Jakeem. What other interests does Jakeem Littles have that he does outside academics and wrestling?
I'm pretty good at ping pong. That's probably my second favorite sport. Most people don't know, but ping pong table and a couple of paddles. That's all I need, and a friend.
Hey, do you have one at your house?
I have one at my friend's house, so I play him all the time, and I'm always over there just getting better at ping pong.
I was going to say that way. If you had one at your house, I bet the competition level between you and your brothers would be off the mark right now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, just hang on for a second. We got to thank the man, and I don't care. This man's been doing this since 2010 when I started on the radio, and now I'm on the internet. Your back hurts, another body part hurts the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to try and wrestle Jakeem Little. I wouldn't do that.
He's 49-0. You didn't win it, brother.
49-0, and I think he's like 96-2. But anyway, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care, pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and, of course, achieve a healthier life. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler, Georgia, where it's cooler and pooler, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic for all your chiropractic needs. I have a plaque for you. Because of this social distancing thing, I'll have to get it to you. It's a plaque that Dr. Bart likes to give out because you are the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for May 2nd, 2020. Great job. Got to follow you in college, and I appreciate you coming on. And as Coach Bill Evans says, keep on eating them up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Jakeem.
Thanks, Jakeem. I mean, what more do you got to say?
Gosh,
what
man.
more you got to say? The kid is unbelievable. He's so humble. I was worried because I tried to talk to him on the phone, and it was like, hey, Jakeem, talk to me, buddy. Talk to me, buddy. But as you can see, I mean, great kid, great family support, great school support. Richmond Hill High School, I mean, it's getting bigger because of the family-like atmosphere, and they do a great job over there. Football, basketball, wrestling, you name it, baseball. Great kid. I mean,
oh, man,
I'm excited about it.
That's what this is about.
Right.
And that's why you do what you do, Karl, and let people know about kids like Jakeem, who is just such a great human being, you can tell. And obviously his wrestling career has been one of the best in the greater Savannah area. And just having him on and getting to see him and then open up a little bit. Hey, a ping pong guy, as well. So it's great to have all those things and see those guys for us, man.
Before we read our live reads with our sponsors, Chuck Campbell is waiting patiently. I know we're 15 minutes behind. Hey, but when you have Dr. Robin Hines from the Georgia High School State Association, you have a great kid like Jakeem Littles. We're pushed back in a little time. We don't want to cut anybody short. So Coach Chuck Campbell is waiting on deck. So he's hanging out in the waiting room. We'll have him on as soon as we do this. While Coach reads this little on-air read, I got to change shirts because I got to support the 912 also.
All right, guys, we're once again blessed to be out here at the Coach's Corner Sound Garden, and it's all sports all the time. Hey, sports are starting to come back gradually here. Here we are in Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder. Sports, live music, delicious and abundant pub food, and they're still smoking meats as well. All right, so no matter what the season is, there is always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Right now, it's all about helping Savannah be Savannah strong. Coaches is still open. Hey, you can come in, lunch or dinner. You can do takeout as well. They got everything here. But remember, if you want to do takeout, give Coach's Corner a call. That is 912-352-2933. You might want to call anyhow because there is capacity things. Everything is kind of lined out so you can see where you are. Once again, that's 912-352-2933.
All right, so let's go to Thompson Sporting Goods. They are closed during the social distancing thing. They will reopen. But, hey, you know what? They're the proud sponsor of being part of my show. Hey, for over half a century when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, and trophies, Thompson's has got you covered from cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, yes, and football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop. New location, 42 West Montgomery Crossroads, Suite C in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6 when the social distancing is over, and seasonal on Saturdays. Remember, at locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, everybody's a winner.
All right, Calvary Day School. We want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, Calvary will consider it a privilege to meet you and your family personal. We still have tours virtual online, but starting on Monday, if you want an individual tour, you can contact our director of admissions, also a head baseball coach and Calvary grad, class 2003, Coach Philip Lee. Director of admissions at 351-2291. That is, once again, 351-2291.
We got them all covered?
Rockies.
Oh,
why do you think I did Calvary, man?
Okay. Yo, I'm sounding like you, Coach Campbell. Yo, you still want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia. 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia. During this social distancing thing, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup. They're not open in a restaurant yet, so it's pickup, curbside service, or delivery. You can call them at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. Okay, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to you, it's not on the on. You got to have to pay some moolah. Okay, go to SavannahTakeout.com, SAVTakeout.com. I want to say also Rocky's has unbelievable catering menu. Big ziti, chicken parmesan, chicken parmesan, eggplant parmesan, meatball parmesan, you name it. Antipasta salads. Okay, Coach Campbell, I know you're drooling there. Okay, but remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering ain't New York style. They are New York. So
all right.
That's always a lot of fun. I know I ad-lib a lot,
No, it's good.
The Italian from New York, but I'm a Southern Yankee now. So, okay. So we're a little behind. If you've been waiting for this interview, just like I've been, you're listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Court or watching us now, the Coach and AD, right here from the Sound Garden. It's presented every Saturday morning by Coach's Corner. I mean, joining us now on the Coach's Internet streaming hotline is a coach that has a great reputation. I mean, everybody talks about him. He's from New York City. He just had, he was hired on April 19th as the boys' head basketball coach at Johnson High School. He's come through a lot of good coaches down here. He's coached on the side. He worked with Bakari Bryant over at Jenkins when they had their run. He's worked with UTEP Gordon last year and the year before when they had their run. He was given a lot of responsibilities by these coaches, and he's joining us now on the Coach's Corner Internet Stream Hotline, the new ball coach over at Johnson High School, South C. Johnson High School, Coach Chuck Campbell. Chuck, always a pleasure. How's it going?
Always. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, you know me. I'm a New Yorker. I'm energetic. I can't stop talking so fast.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, where from New York are you from?
I'm from Harlem, New York.
Harlem, brother. Know it well.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, where'd you go to high school? How'd you wind up off of 95 in Savannah, Georgia?
I went to Rice High School in Harlem, New York. I played with Felipe Lopez.
No way.
Yeah, that was my teammate when I was a senior. He was a junior. I also played with Reggie Freeman as well. But I got a lot of roots down here in Savannah, Georgia. When I was a little boy, when summertime come, your parents, they ship you down south. And in Savannah, Georgia, and Augusta, Georgia was my destination. So I got a lot of family down here. I got aunts, uncles, and cousins, everything. So I was familiar with Savannah, Georgia as a little kid.
Well, I see that you played collegiately at Savannah State. So did those summer trips down here, did that help you say, hey, I want to come to Savannah and play basketball? So how'd that work for you to choose Savannah State?
Well, actually, when you come down to summertime, I used to walk to Sunset Park, right down the road from Johnson High School, and I met a couple of players on the court. And, I used to come down here and play with them in the summertime, and go back to my own house. And then I went to Norfolk State University in Virginia first, okay. And I transferred. I sat out 1 year, then I came down to Savannah State, and then I think like my junior year, they was having tryouts that day. So I told myself, I'm going to go ahead and try out, get a little workout. Actually, I wasn't going in to make the team. I was going to have a little workout. And then I got excuse me, I got accepted. You know, they choose me to play basketball as a walk-on. So on my behalf, I kind of made a mistake because I had a geography class, right? I had 15 hours at the time. Me not knowing as a junior, not knowing that if I dropped that class, it'd have me ineligible to play. So when that happened, they told me I couldn't play. So I got a chance to sit on the bench for the whole year, but I was ineligible because of that situation. And I came back the next year, same scenario. Tried out, got on as a walk-on, but I had a little personal issues with my family, so I just let it go. So I just started, you know, I still played around on campus with the team, and also while my friends, we played pickup basketball. Well, that's the closest I got, you know what I'm saying, playing college basketball. But it was a good experience.
And you've been around Savannah for a while now. You've got a great reputation as a man that teaches fundamentals and gives back to the community. So what made you want to become a high school coach?
Actually, probably like 6 years ago, they had a Final Four. I think it was Class AA had a Final Four at Armstrong. And me and my daughter went, and I just sat there. I just had a vision. And I was like, man, I know about basketball. I played basketball. I played, you know, high school basketball, AAU basketball. And I texted a friend when I was at the game. I said, you know what, I could do this. And then they was like, go for it. You know, and I just started reaching out. And when I reached out, you know, I didn't have no luck at first, right? So, you know, then one of my friends had a wedding in Atlanta. And we was riding back, and he was asking me, like, what you want to do? I thought you want to be a coach. I said, I do want to be a coach. He's like, well, I'm going to make a couple of phone calls for you. One phone call led to another, and then it led to Coach Bakari Bryant. And we got on the phone, you know, we talked about, we just talking, getting to know each other. At the time, his best friend had passed away, Coach Smitty. So we talked about that, yes. And we talked about that for we was on the phone like for an hour. And, you know, and the ironic thing about it is that Smitty passed away on my birthday, and he was like, wow. So that was our connection right there. You know, he's like, matter of fact, coach, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, just come by the gym. I want you to introduce you to the boys, and you know, I want to watch you, come watch me work them out. I said, okay, cool, I'll come do that. So I came to the gym, and he was like, coach, I'm not doing nothing, man. You work them out. So that was my introduction right there. That was my interview. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, you know, Coach Brian liked what he seen. He was like, yo, you want to be assistant coach and develop my players? I said, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's how I got put on at Jenkins High School. So that's how I started. Yeah. So, you know, one thing led to another. My first year, I was kind of nervous my first year because I was new to the staff, you know, and when it became region play, he was like, coach, you so quiet. I was like, man, coach, I'm walking on eggshells right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know me like that. I'm still getting to know each other. He's like, man, coach, let me tell you something, man. I brought you on my staff to coach. He said, you got a suggestion, want to say something to me? Get off the bench, walk behind the bench where I'm at, and say, coach, we should do this. He shouldn't have told me that. You know what I mean? And, you know, that was it. And I just got out there. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped everything. You know what I'm saying? I just started coaching, man. And my first year, I was blessed to go to the Final Four my first year. That led to the state championship game. You know, that was a good experience, man. So after that, man, I figured me coming as a young coach, hey, we're supposed to go to state championship every year. You know what I mean? So I adapted real good. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it worked out for me. It worked out for me.
His volume went down a little bit.
Coach, did you hit something with the volume?
I got you. You can hear me?
There you go. You're in New York.
I'm sorry about that.
Stop using those hands and touching things when you're talking. You know what I mean?
I know, coach. I know I should know better than that.
Hey, coach, you know, coaches, you know, as assistant coach, hey, like you said, you're giving kind of your input, you're coaching, you're developing kids. You know, for you as a head coach now, it's always, you know, making that move 16 inches over to that head coach spot. So what are some things from your perspective? How are you going to, you know, influence Johnson High School basketball, and kind of, you know, what do you look forward to the most of being that head coach, you know, and developing your guys? What is Johnson High School basketball going to be known for?
We're going to be known for tenacious defense. You know, that's one thing. I learned that defense wins championships, right? So coming from a assistant coach, you know, I pretty much was the head coach eyes with along the rest of the assistant coaches. So right now, you know, my role changes now because I was the one that sit on the bench, you know, when the head coach chewed the kid out, I was the one that brought the kid down, you know, brought him down, calmed him down, give him my point of view, and then give him coach point of view. Now, as that transitions to the head coach, you know, my main thing is like defense. You know what I'm saying? Making sure, you know, all my coaches on the same page. Everybody gonna be held accountable for everything they do, what they're responsible for. You know, so hey, coach, you old enough. So my thing is that, you know, the Nolan Richardson, the Arkansas team, you know what I'm saying, the 40 Minutes of Hell, you know what I mean? And then, you know, also Jerry Tarkanian, UNLV, the Running Rebels, I mean. So I want to put all that together. I want to mix all that together, you know, and that's what you're going to get out of Johnson basketball. But I have a friend named Kareem Reed. He was a point guard at Arkansas. I called him and I said, Kareem, I'd ask you a question. I said, what did Nolan Richardson got y'all, you know what I'm saying? How you prepare y'all? He was like, man, he's like, Chuck, I'm telling you like this. We just conditioned. We got in shape. And once we got in shape, he showed us every trap spot on the court. So I said, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know me. I'm big on conditioning. You know what I'm saying? I like to work out. So my kids know they're in for a treat. They're in for a very good treat because when I got on Zoom with them like last week and told them, the first thing they said was, well, coach, I know you're gonna run us to death. I said, you already know, but my philosophy is like defense. I'm gonna be big on defense. You know, of course, I'm still learning the game. You know, I still reach out to Coach Bryant. I still reach out to Coach Gordon. I still reach out to all my coaches that groomed me when I was a little kid, that taught me the game. So I'm still learning. Hey, coach, you might get a call from me. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still learning the game. But my main focus right now is, you know what I'm saying, is establishing a good defense and establishing a good student athlete, because it starts in the classroom first. So that's what I base that off of.
All right. That leads me to my question, okay? Student first, athlete second. What's your philosophy now for your boys, besides being tenacious, scrambling defensive ball players? What's going to be your philosophy now? Student first, athlete second.
The same way in the classroom. You gotta be tenacious. You gotta be on top of everything. Like I've been working on my student athlete book for the past couple of weeks. So you know, it's a couple of things like foremost, they're student first. Basketball comes second. So my job is to prepare them for the next level. You know, I know everybody, all my kids not gonna play college basketball, but I know I get all my kids in school though, you know what I mean? So it starts with the grades first, the GPA, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want them to have a high GPA as a team, as a team as well, but I want the individual to have a high GPA so they could go to school and get some free money, you know, because, you know, college costs. And I know a lot of parents can afford college. My parents can afford college. So I just want to make sure my kids understand first that if you're not performing in a classroom, you're not going to perform on a basketball court with me. That's my philosophy. So that's how I feel about that.
And you're listening to the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're talking to the new head ball coach over at South C. Johnson, probably the best nickname in high school sports, the Atom Smashers, Chuck Campbell.
Chuck, you know, once again, man, you know, like you said, I love the fact you said, hey, I might be a young coach, but you're a learner. And that's what coaching is. It's always development. You know, you start to regress when everybody thinks you know everything. And that's one thing I think is going to make you great is you can tell the passion in your voice. You can tell the enthusiasm that you have for this position. And, yeah, as coaches in general, we're going to make mistakes along the way. But I tell my kids, we're going to make them 100 miles an hour. All right, we're just going to be get after it. You know, I want to be known as a gritty, tough, competitive team. And you handle those things, Coach, everything else will take care of itself. I'm not worried at all, man. Johnson High School is in great hands. They're going to do great things with you, especially as you continue to hold your student athletes accountable and make them the best student they can possibly be and the best young man. And, man, I think they've landed a gem in having you as their head coach.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I want to add that, you know, if I can't take criticism, you know, or willing to learn, I'm in the wrong profession. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be a head coach. So, like I said, I know I'm gonna have my bumps and bruises that come with it. Everything by being a head coach, you know, as a as a fan, before I became a head coach, you know, you hear people in the crowd, I would have did this, or why that kid in the game, or why is he doing that? You know what I'm saying? But you never get that experience, and you never on a bench. It's different on the bench, you know, and it's every step is calculated. So they don't understand that. So I know that it comes with the territory. So I'm up for it. My kids is up for it. My coaching staff is up for it. So I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited to get back, you know, in the gym. But of course, you know, we got this little thing going on with the coronavirus, but I'm trying to keep my players safe. And once it is safe to come out, you know, to get back in the gym, trust me, my kids will be ready. The Final Four, you know, it left a bad taste in our mouth, but you know, we're gonna be all right. You know, I thought we was like at least 2 or 3 years away, but they surprised me, man. And you know, I got one of the best players in Savannah, Georgia, and Amandre Bowles. He you know, he got a lot to say as well. So, but we'll see what's up. We gonna be ready.
All right, final question. Outside of basketball, outside of you being that guru conditioning guy, tell us something about Coach Campbell, what he likes to do outside sports.
I like to travel. You know, I like to travel the world. You know, every year I go to a different country. So of course this year it might be on hold this year, but I'll make up for it in 2021. But other than that, you know, I'm just laid back. You know, I like to be. I'm a real homebody. Nobody, they might say, but a lot of people might don't think that, but I'm a real homebody. You know, I like staying in the house. You know, watch movies, and travel. That's it, man. And be around loved ones. You know, and just live. You know what I mean? I'm that's me.
So
that's
the last place you traveled to. Where's the last place you went?
I've been to Dominican Republic. I've been to Jamaica, Bahamas, Mexico.
I'm traveling with him. I'm going where he's going, man. I like his travel. I like his travel destinations.
Yes. So, you know, you only live once, man. You know, I just want to, you know what I mean, just enjoy life as long as I can. But I'm trying to be here for a long time. So, you know, that's why, you know.
I appreciate it. I know we're not going to get a chance to, you know, or I'm not going to get a chance to see you play as regularly as when you did play, or Johnson did play Islands, because, you know, Islands, Jenkins, BC, and there's one other team, New Hampshire, are on their own separate side. You're still in that black and blue conference with Windsor, Beach, Savannah High, Groves, and the rest of those teams. We wish you the best of luck. Hey, don't text me. If you want some advice, give me a call and I'll help you out. I'm the old guy here. Texting, I don't do that. You know, give me a call. We can talk basketball. It's been the last 2 years I haven't coached. It's been a long time, but I still know the game and love the game, and I'll be more than willing to help you.
Yes, sir. Hey, you my fellow New Yorker, man. So I'm gonna hit you up, man. You know what it is.
Harlem, brother. I got to say Brooklyn, though. You know, I'm from the Brooklyn area.
Yes, sir. Before I go, man, I just want to you know, I got a lot of phone calls from back home, so I just want to shout, you know what I'm saying, Harlem, New York out, because they behind me, man. I represent them, and you know, I'm excited. I'm ready. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Best of luck, Coach.
Thanks.
I mean, you know, young guy coming in, taking on one of the best programs in Savannah. I mean, you got to love it. And he's energetic. Everybody knows about him. Everybody tells me about him. Hey, and I've seen the products that have come out of his tutelage. And I mean, these kids are going to be ready to play. These kids. And you know what? When he says student first, he's going to mean student first.
Yeah, you can tell he's going to hold him accountable, and he's going to do that, because that is what's going to be defining for him. And I love it, man. The coaches we've had on are young, they're enthusiastic, they're passionate, they care about the kids. You can tell they're going to be relational in that aspect. Yep. And so great job, Johnson. Great hire there. And the kids they'll thrive, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom and in life in general. So, man, what an awesome job he's going to do.
Energetic young guy. He knows what's going on, and he's fired up and he's ready to take on his own program. He's got a lot of talent over there. No matter what, every year Johnson High School has talent on the basketball court.
No doubt.
All right, last time to thank our sponsors, and I'll start with the Calvary Day School. We want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it's good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet your family personally, not virtually anymore. They're going to start taking tours on Monday. Give the man a call, class of 2003, head baseball coach, but he's really the director of admissions. Call Philip Lee at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
Once again, we are blessed to be here at Coach's Court in this beautiful Sound Garden. Man, we just been blessed with great weather as well.
Hey, but even in it rains, we got cover.
We got cover, man. Hey, it's all sports all the time. That's at Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running. And it's no wonder. Sports, live music, had it last night. If you didn't get it, you can go back and look on their Facebook page, live music they had last night. Delicious and abundant fun food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Right now, it's all about helping Savannah be Savannah strong. They are open for lunch and dinner. They are social distancing. Everything's taped off. You can still get takeout as well, all right, or delivery. So you can call 912-352-2933. Once again, that's 912-352-2933.
Yo, you still want some New York deli and Italian catering? Italian food, bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Sandfly. During this social distancing problem, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish?
That's good.
If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods, the goods aren't going to be delivered on the arm. You got to pay for it. You want it delivered to your home, go to SavannahTakeout.com, SAVTakeout.com. Place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style. We are New York. Forget about it, y'all.
I love it. Hey, once again, Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies for over half a century. When it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's have got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop, new location, 42 West Montgomery Crossroad, Suite C. Hey, we'll let you know when they open back up. He'll put it on his Facebook page. But once again, locally
you can put
owned.
on your Facebook page too.
I could. Locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, where everyone is a winner.
And the last one, it's so ironic that we have a young man, our athlete of the week, Jakeem Littles out of Richmond Hill High School, two-time state champion, wants to be a chiropractor and chose the school for what he wants to do, Life University. Well, Dr. Bart, you got a man coming right after you, okay? Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care, pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and, of course, achieve a healthier life. The Wetherington Chiropractic is located now in 2 locations, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, right here in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive, and in Pooler, Georgia, where it's cooler, at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs. Well, this is it. Segment 5. We're out of here in about 5 minutes. I'm sorry that it runs late, but
I'm not going to say I'm sorry at all, man. We had a great show today, guys. Thank you, Dr. Hines, for being such a open and willing participant. You're talking about he is the director of Georgia High School Association. I want you to understand, if you didn't watch the virtual NFL draft the other night, Georgia was the 4th most drafted state in the country. Okay, so here we are, Southeast, and here we are in Georgia, and they had the 4 total draft picks.
26 Georgia High School State Association school football players got drafted in the NFL draft.
Man, so, hey, that is big time. This is a big-time sports state. This is a big-time football state. This is a big-time state, period. All right, so thank you for Dr. Hines for coming on and giving us awesome inside knowledge. Listen, we know questions have been flooding in across the state after he got on that podcast and kind of said –
June 1st. No, you're reading between the lines.
Yeah, reading between the lines. He hopes that. We all hope that. We all want to get back normal. But thank Dr. Hines for coming on today.
Got to thank Jakeem Littles out of Richmond Hill High School. The Wildcats wrestling program, one of the best in the state. Finished, I think, 2nd in the duels, 3rd in traditionals. But that young man went back-to-back state championships in 2 different weight classes. I mean, he was 47-2 his junior year. He went 49-0 his senior year, going to Life University to study to be a chiropractor. Great job. Thank you, Jakeem, for coming on. And the last guy,
man,
Chucky.
Coach Campbell was awesome to have on, man. You can see his passion and enthusiasm, and they're going to be fun to watch, man. You take athletes like you got at Johnson, you take them, you put them in the situations he's going to put them in, where they're going to be pressure D,
It's gonna be unbelievable.
Arkansas, and then, hey, they want to get out and run like running Rebels, man. And so that's going to be a great show in town here in Savannah, especially as basketball savvy and as crazy as this town is as well when it comes wintertime. So, man, looking forward to him. Great job, man. You're going to do great things at Johnson.
And I got to thank two companies that, three really. I got my Savannah Strong T-shirt that you see me wearing a lot. My local PSAs.
I got you, man.
Okay. Celebrity Tees designed it. Fleet Feet Sport. Mike Nadeau has been selling it. And then we got to go over to our girl, Sierra Thomas, with our 912 Be Strong shirts.
Got it, man.
You get it where?
Special Sports. So you can go to specialsports.com, get it. $14, free shipping. Pick out your shirt. Continue. Hey, no matter when this ends, we need to continue to reinvest in our local economy.
Savannah
So, hey, don't forget this. I know at times when things ends, we go back to normal, but don't forget these local shops, these local restaurants are going to need you more than ever when we're able to get back and do these things.
And remember, you got to be Savannah Strong. Support our local businesses, charities, and of course, restaurants. Let me go back to one charity. Okay, America's Second Harvest, Coastal Georgia's Food Bank, had a big drive-through today over at Memorial Stadium. Listen, people, somebody donated anonymously $150,000 to help them keep their food bank supplied. There's one catch. We got to get $150,000 donated by the community. $5, $10, they'll take anything. Go to Hungry. I gotta remember it. I'll get it before we get off here. But go to the Second Harvest Food Bank's Facebook page. You'll see where to go to make the donation. They have to get the money by May 21st. May 31st. So they got to the end of the month to raise $150,000 to match that $150,000, $300,000 to buy food and supplies.
If everybody just does a little, I mean, there's enough people in Savannah. You know, everybody does their part. I mean, just think about $300,000 to reinvest into the food bank. So that's awesome.
Keep them going, Coach. I gotta find out where we can get the money sent to. So keep them going here.
And so once again, guys, just to recap a little bit about Dr. Hines. Georgia High School is going to make it a blanket start date. Okay, so listen, it's not going to be up to individual schools. Individual schools, like some ended Friday, some ended next Friday, some don't end until the end of May. And so they're going to make the blanket statement of when we can go back. They're going to be in charge of protocol. They're going to be in charge of telling you about physicals.
Right now, you have to have an updated physical. No wait 3 months.
And so they're going to let us know how that looks. I know their legal team is looking into that extension. You know, physicals run out, and there's been a lot of questions with that. But just be patient. Give Georgia High School time. Their first thing is to make your safety a priority for your student athlete.
Okay, going back to the America's Second Harvest Coastal Georgia Food Bank chapter, $150,000 anonymous donation. They have to get $150,000 raised from the community. Okay, donations can be made online at www.helpendhunger.org. Helpendhunger.org. And don't forget, they also feed our kids lunch because the schools are closed, and the schools are coming back. We're doing it every day, but they also feed a lot of kids during the week.
Yeah, they do, man.
All right, 3 out the door, so we get out of here. We got it's an hour and 28 minutes. I know we want to go for another hour, but let's go. It's my turn to take 3 steps out the door. The coach is going to ask me questions and see how I react to them.
So we're going to start here with kind of what we end with Dr. Hines. So what was your first concert you ever went to?
The Allman Brothers.
That was your first concert?
The Allman Brothers was my first. At Nassau Coliseum on Long Island, New York, in Garden City, New York. And the lead band, the Doobie Brothers.
They're opened up for him.
They opened up for him.
Now, being that, I mean, how influential was it just that music in general during your time? Is that kind of what it was, that timing? Or did you just really like the soul and the rhythm of it?
Well, I grew up, following the football team around, and believe it or not, up north, the football teams listened to a lot of the Southern rock, and the Allman Brothers was big, the Doobie Brothers. Of course, then we got into little Led Zeppelin, the Who, and all that other stuff. But the Allman Brothers was my first band, and we followed them, and that was our, sit back, put the we didn't have earphones, we played the turntable, the records, and of course the seniors had first priority. So that's how we used to get ready for our football games. Was listening to the Allman Brothers, the Doobie Brothers, the Who, Led Zeppelin, you name it, AC/DC, Black Sabbath. Good old Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, you got to love that train.
All right, second question. What was your first professional sporting event that you remember going to?
1966. I was 7 years old. My father took me to a doubleheader at Shea Stadium, doubleheader now on a Sunday because they don't do that anymore. And they were playing the team that just moved from Milwaukee, the Atlanta Braves. And I could say I was so impressed with number 44. I was so impressed with Henry Aaron. Well, we know him as Hank Aaron, the true home run king.
No asterisk by his.
No asterisk by his name. And I mean, I'm sitting here right now. I lost my father at a young age, and I'm not looking for self-pity, but that was the best time. I could have went to a New York Giant game in 1965, but Mama said, no, you're not going to a Giant game with your dad. So he took my other brothers. Shea Stadium, 1966, doubleheader, the Mets against the Atlanta Braves.
All right. Now, last question, because I know you're a baseball guru here. What do you think about the possible realignment for this season of 3 divisions?
I'm going to throw it all out together. I want baseball. I don't care what they do. As long as we get baseball back going, they can have 5 divisions. They can have 6 divisions. Let's get it going. People want to get out. Of course, social distancing is my first priority. And you can ask my wife. I really don't go out much. I stay away from groups. So 3 divisions will be great by me. And I'd love to see the Yankees and the Mets in the same division with the Braves. That would be something
they got
special.
put in the Central.
They got put in the
Braves
Central.
got put in the Central. So you had I was always going to ask you if you saw it. So
no, I didn't see it.
You got the Florida team basically along the Atlantic coastline with the Florida teams, but they put Atlanta in the Central with the Cubs, the Brewers, and those guys, Cincinnati.
Well, how about when Atlanta was playing the Dodgers? They were in the division with the Dodgers and the Giants.
I know.
They were in the West.
I was just asking from a pure standpoint what's your thought. But that's my 3 questions outdoor today.
I haven't followed it much. I've heard them talking about 3 divisions. I didn't know who was going where. So as long as baseball starts, I'm good with it.
All right, awesome. There we go.
So what did I do in my papers? You caught my papers blown away.
Papers,
so once again, Coach, the AD, great show, a lot of fun. Look forward to next Saturday.
Man, awesome.
Like we said, we're going to try and line up the biggest guests we can to talk about local sports, what's going on here in Savannah, Georgia. So this is all for you guys. We'll talk a little national topics, but not much. It'll be all local sports. Remember, every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. until 10:30, we're going to go to 10:30 right here on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, and on Twitter Live. It's all sports all the time at Coach's Corner and on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report with the coach and AD. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you may be doing. As I say, every Saturday morning, always hit at the park. Until next week when we meet again, may be best week ever. Out of here.
Go get them, man. Awesome.
Social distancing. Wash those hands. Stay away from people. We're not done yet, but we're allowed out to go do something.
Vitamin D. Get a lot of it.
Get a lot of it. You got to love the sun.